You did your PhD, and your thesis was called Perceptions of Bullying and Organizational Antecedents in the South African Workplace, which is an interesting topic. What wisdom did you get about human beings when you did that?
In everything that I do, and it's almost like there's a story behind it. Yes. And I was, at the time, I was in one of the biggest bank in the country. And my experiences there, unfortunately, they were not very great with my line manager. And I remember going home on one Friday and sitting there after a particularly bad day. And I sat down and I think I typed something on, and boom, what came to me was that this thing that is actually going on has a name, and it's called workplace bullying.
Wow. And you will think it's in the playground only.
You only think, especially in South Africa, because there isn't, too much research done in the world of bullying at work. So at the time, and I was thinking of doing a PhD, and it immediately was like, this is what I want to do. And because essentially I felt that, as and when I get into that high leadership position, this is not the way I want to lead. Yes. And the more I read and I started making myself, knowledgeable around this subject, I also realized that most of the research was done in the West, and it was mainly interpersonal. Yes. So I wanted to look at bullying from an organizational point of view, hence the antecedents of organizational antecedents into bullying. So that's what led me to that. And the findings were unfortunately not very pleasing. There's a lot of bullying in our workplaces in South Africa. And people don't even know it, don't know what is going on. There's a lot of, unfortunately, I'm sad to say that there's a lot of, pain and toxicity that's going on in organizations. And, but it also gave rise to my BHAG, Big Hairy Audacious Goal, which is to bring back humanity into organizations. So my work in organizations is also informed by bringing back humanity back into organizations.
Isn't that unfortunate that as adults we will have such a life?
No, it is. It is unfortunate, but it's also a reality. And of course, it's not just a South African phenomenon. I mean, everywhere, organizations, especially now, the times that we live in, more and more people are meant to do more with less. Yes. And the economic environment is not helping. And there's a whole lot of things that's at play in organization. People jostling for positions, and once you reach those positions, doing everything you can to hold on to it and not necessarily lifting others up. And forgetting that, as leaders, we've got shadows. Our shadows cast in the direct environment within which we operate.